What's up, everybody? It's Sam Salem. I'm your guest host for this month's Teacher Off Duty podcast, the Board Teacher Comedy Tour Takeover. Today, we are talking about things we do in school that feel illegal, but they're okay. Like sitting down at your desk on the job, wearing jeans to school. Let me tell you something. I ain't never paying to wear my own denim to school. That's just a rule, me personally. And lastly, grading during staff meetings. So you're going to want to tap into this one. We get serious. We get silly. It's all over the place.
What's up, educators? What's up, educators? This is another wonderful episode of Teachers Off Duty podcast. That's right, the Board Teachers Takeover. For those of y'all looking on YouTube right now, yes, I just got caressed by two of probably the funniest comedians we have on tour with us at the Board Teachers Comedy Tour. It's your man, KC Mack.
Okay.
Who's this to my right?
This is Sam Salem, and I'm on your right. And I'll be right here the rest of the episode.
I'm on your left, and I'm Chindu Unaka. Welcome to Board Teachers.
Welcome back, because
This is the
we got
Teachers
return guests, and we
Off-Duty
appreciate you for that.
podcast. At some point, I'm just back again just to make sure this stuff is moderated, because you see, we have some crazy comedians. You never know what's going to happen on this podcast. Lord Jesus. Last episode, if you didn't catch it, last Sunday, man, very hilarious. Definitely a good thing that we got going on here. Like I said, man, I had the opportunity to work with these guys. You more so on the tour. Haven't worked with you yet. But these are educators, man. These are educators and comedians. Very hilarious. And we're going to set up here with you guys and talk to you a little bit about the tour that's coming out. So that's right. So in October, we have a lot of tour dates that we can't wait to see you guys in. We're going to be in St. Louis, Missouri, Sarasota, Florida, Fort Pierce, Florida, West Palm, Florida, Wichita,
West Palm.
Kansas,
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska, Kansas City, Missouri, Sioux Falls, South Dakota,
Exotic.
Sound delicious.
Inglewood,
California.
Inglewood, New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
different
Okay.
New Jersey, man.
Word.
New Brunswick, New Jersey, and New London, Connecticut.
They got a new London?
They do.
Yeah.
And Stafford, Connecticut.
Nice.
So if you guys want to get your tickets,
I
make
thought
sure
we were
you
on SoFi Stadium.
check out the link in the description
The forum.
with these guys here. If you want to see these guys live and in living color, man, you got to definitely click on that link. 'Cause
In living
it goes
color.
down.
Yeah.
And this episode, we're talking about
What we talking about?
things we do in school that feel illegal but shouldn't.
Should not be,
But they feel illegal, though.
but they feel it. I'll go first. In a staff meeting this week that was scheduled after school, outside of my contract hours, the AP was reading off a PowerPoint and going off on tangents about things that did not pertain to me. As I expected, it reads like an email. As I expected, this to happen, not my first radio, parentheses,
Rodeo.
that too. What'd I say?
Radio?
My bad. Tripping. Not my first radio either.
I mean, Kids Day is
It's not my
good.
first radio.
I love that movie.
I had multiple radios. I brought a stack of papers with me that needed to be graded. Every time I picked my head up, the AP made eye contact with me and immediately looked away. I felt like a teenager doing my homework during class all over again, but that was my planning period, so I shouldn't have felt guilty at all.
I got to be honest, I don't know a damn thing you just said.
I'll summarize for you.
The way you do
Okay.
it, it's just, I was captivated how
She
you
was doing work in PD when I guess the expectations for everybody to be paying attention, but A, the PD had nothing to do with her. B, it wasn't during her contract hours. And C, she needed to grade and plan. Yeah, nothing was illegal. But I mean, there is because sometimes you be in PDs that honestly has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And I think it should be okay for teachers to multitask in PDs as long as we as adults in the PD can show that we're, paying attention when we need to pay attention, right?
Yeah.
Depends on the PD, right? If we're doing like some super important safety training, okay, cool, let's all pay attention. But if we're going over something that a lot of veteran teachers might already know already, and it's just like protocol that some are for the newer teachers, and there's work to be done, I think you should be allowed to multitask. I don't think you could survive as a teacher without multitasking.
Honestly, though,
Definitely cannot.
I think this person valid. Get your grading done. But I will say that teachers make the worst students. Like anytime
definitely.
we're in PD, like the same
Definitely.
thing that I've seen teachers get mad at, where they're like, "These kids never stop talking in my class." They're the ones whispering and doing jokes in the back of
Exactly.
PD. I remember
Exactly.
I was at a school where we were like, the part of PD was like reading this book,
Sure.
and you had to read every week, and every single week there'd be teachers. I didn't read. Did you read? Tell me what it was. And those
Yeah.
are the same teachers that are
Right.
like getting on their kids.
For not reading and doing
And
their
it's just like
assignment.
we're all the same, don't I? You know,
Yeah.
Give the kids some grace.
It's also like
You're doing the same thing.
that's one thing I used to like kind of pay attention to, like how I felt during PDs. Like I'll ask myself, why am I bored right now? And then I'll keep that in mind as I'm lesson planning for my students. You know what I mean? Like how do I keep, like how would I would like to be engaged
Right.
at that age, you know, in middle school, or even now as an adult in a room of like listening to something that I feel like A, I might not need, and then B, that, you know, et cetera. So
And you know what's so funny? I think that's the key to creating an engaging PD. What you just said. No, watch this. You said it the way you do it for your kids with the lesson plan because you're thinking the kids in that age range, right? But watch this. I think the mistake people do when they're doing the professional development, they're trying to make it engaging for adults. When, like you just said, we're the biggest kids in professional developments. So if you take your strategy and apply it to creating a PD for kids that we act like clearly,
Yep.
boom, engagement, fun, you're welcome.
yeah, I don't want to do Kahoot before people. I don't know what you talking about.
Adult Kahoot.
All right, guys, this is Get in the Circle. All right, Sam, what you got over there?
Oh, wearing jeans to school. ...
Okay.
For free.
Okay.
Uh-oh. ...
Also known as an ellipses. Shout out all my English teachers.
All right, this is a
I'm
big
not one.
paragraph, so let's speed through.
All right. I'd like to preface this story off by stating that I am a grown adult with a master's degree,
Talk to him.
educated. I am a professional. I am fully aware of the definition of inappropriate and understand that certain apparel can be distracting or unsuitable when working with children.
Ooh.
However,
Unsuitable. Use that master's degree. Go ahead.
However, if I want to wear a pair of jeans or yoga pants so I can be comfortable and versatile throughout the school day, I shouldn't have to ask permission or pay anyone to do it. I recently moved to this new school district, and the school I just started in has strict no jeans policy.
Okay.
The only days jeans are allowed are on dress down days when anyone wearing jeans is required to pay $1. I ain't never heard of paying to wear your own clothes at a school.
Oh, yeah. You definitely got to pay for the jeans.
Wait, where does the money go towards? And why are they making teachers pay?
I mean, don't worry about where the money go
PTA, I don't
towards.
know where. We do need to do a paper trail on where that money. We got to follow
Yeah,
the
like
money.
wait, follow the money.
Yeah.
This person goes on to say, like, one time they wore like a professional pair of jeans, like tailored, no holes, nothing, with a what's it called, a blazer.
Yeah.
So it was like a put together, and that's what I don't like about dress codes, because I used to teach at a private school where it was required that all male teachers had to wear suits or at least a sports coat.
Okay.
But it's like the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law. Like, I can show up to school in jeans and a sweater and some nice sneakers, and it's like a professional look.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus the guy who's wearing wrinkled old khakis.
Yeah.
And a shirt that hasn't been starched ever. And it's like, sure, he's technically wearing the proper attire.
Crazy.
But it doesn't actually, it's just wrinkled clothing that doesn't
Right.
go well together.
Yeah, I think sometimes having a no jean policy is really for that guy. You know what I mean? That's coming to school with the stained jeans and holy jeans or whatever. It's kind of like a speed limit,
Yeah.
right? If you want people to go 60 miles per hour, you don't tell them the speed limit 50. You know what I mean? Because they're going to push it anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So same thing with no jean policy. Most schools, they have those, but it's also very like, it's kind of lenient. As long as the jeans look put together, or, you know, you look still nice, you'll be fine. No one's really like, I never been to a school where it was that serious where you got to pay money.
Pay money
To wear
is
jeans.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
We had a pretty lax, especially after the pandemic, that we can literally wear jeans every day. Like, it was just
Yeah.
every day wear your jeans, and you know, as long as you had a school shirt, you know, a tie on the top.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is the staff, like, we all got together and was like, yeah, we like wearing jeans, but let's pick a day throughout the week that we dress up. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was like Wednesdays. So
Yeah.
we would dress up on Wednesdays,
I like that.
and it was weird because
The fanciest day of the week.
I
Fact.
guess so. Wild Out Wednesday.
It's
Hump
the most
day.
business day.
Is that a thing for real?
No, I made that up.
Okay. Sounded convincing to me.
It is called riffing.
I got a convincing tone. No, but the other thing about it too, though, I think the no jean policy for adults is really just to model for the students, or what a lot of times schools think is like professional wear. I think that's, important, probably more important in high school. I think middle school, elementary could be more lax, but also too, the idea of what professional wear is changing. You know what I mean? Like if you ever go to a Google office, everybody's just wearing casual clothes.
Yeah.
It's that whole thing is kind of like being pushed out. So I think it's important to, model those things for students, but then also let them, I think there's the things to say that doesn't mean that you're not smart or professional because you're not wearing a suit or et cetera,
It's really shocking to me that someone would have to pay to wear jeans. I would want to know where that money's going. And also, I feel like I connect with kids. Like, I wear different sneakers to school, and then kids that like sneakers, it's a way to connect with students. So
I think when you accumulate $50, they present you with a brand new pair of slacks.
Here's one. Sitting down. I swear there is a sensor on my chair at school that sounds an alarm in the principal's office because every time I sit down, I swear to baby Jesus, he comes popping his useless nose into my classroom within minutes.
Not useless.
Useless nose.
Shots
Useless
fired.
nose.
No, but do y'all have a problem with sitting down? Was that ever a case in y'all classroom? Like,
Nah, man, because I be rotating the room. I be checking in on my kids.
I've gotten in trouble for it while subbing before. For those that missed the last episode, so I taught full time, but now with doing comedy, I'm a substitute teacher, so I roam around to different schools.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always the moment you sit down. Like every single student was on Google Classroom doing the assignment, so I'm like, great.
Cap. Cap.
They're at least looking like they were doing
Cap.
it. Okay, everyone was calm and doing.
Oh, you was that short for your desk, huh?
right.
Mr. Sugg,
I was walking around.
you got all that trust
I
day
was
one?
walking around. I was walking around. I was looking down, and all I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
see was students doing Google Classroom work.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then I sit down, and then this principal was like, "You'll see that again. You're never welcome back at this school." I was like, "Well, I don't want to come back to this school then if I'm not allowed to sit down for 3 minutes during an hour and a half
3
class."
minutes?
I can't look at the
180
class
seconds, man?
for a 90-minute class.
I'm joking. Yeah, sitting down should be a big deal, to be honest with you. Sitting down the whole class is kind of a little wild. But I think, the students are doing independent work. You checked in on everybody. You have your, struggling students sit next to strong students. You keeping an eye on them. You coming back in every 3 minutes, whatever, 4 or 5 minutes. Maybe you have an 8 in the room, also circling the classroom. It's hard to teach 6 periods out the day.
Right.
So I think the expectation of teachers supposed to be on their feet the whole time is kind of ridiculous. But also you should be, pacing
and
the room and
moving,
stuff like that.
yeah.
But it's okay to take
Especially
breaks.
if you can't wear jeans, you can't wear sneakers.
Yeah, man.
I'm in the Sperry's standing all day.
Come on,
No,
man.
Thank
thank you.
you. And
Speaking
I
of-
have flat feet.
I'm in these hard
I'm
bottom.
definitely sitting down.
Yeah.
I think school buses are kind of insane when you think about it. Like you're just putting 40 to 80 kids on a bus, and the only one in charge is usually the school districts I've seen an older person who has to keep their eyes on the road the whole time. And
Yeah.
there should be each bus should have a bus driver and then a bus aide who like actually patrols the bus, making sure kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
No, I think that's true.
Oh, yes. If there's no assignments for you to take that day, you should volunteer to be a bus monitor on those days.
Yeah, I'll just call it hey, y'all got any work for me? I'll just hang out on the buses with all the kids. Yeah, no, just put me on the bus.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that'll probably go over well.
Because it's essential, because the bus driver needs to stay 10 and 2, have his eyes on the road.
Yeah, if that's a real thing where there's like 40 kids on a school bus heading to school every single morning, they definitely need a bus.
But they don't, like, I was saying, my nephew just started kindergarten, and he's just this little 5-year-old sitting on the bus with a bunch of 11-year-olds
Yeah.
in the back, and they just doing, because
They-
K through 5, like
So a lot of
Oh,
them got
dang.
seatbelts on too. And all
Oh,
that
so it's
stuff.
at the same campus. The
kindergarten through 5th grade. Yeah, it's all one elementary school.
Yeah.
I just think we don't think about how insane buses are. It's just like, just gather a bunch of kids and put them in a thing that has no seatbelts, while a person who can't make sure they're doing the right thing, they have to keep their eyes on the road.
No, it's true.
It's kind of crazy.
It's a good point, man. We out here,
Me personally,
solving bus issues.
but
that's where maybe every dollar that you pay to wear jeans goes to pay for the bus assistance that
Ooh, leaving on time
uh-oh.
at the end of the day.
you say leaving on time,
EOD.
end of day.
Yes. If I'm not going to be paid overtime to stay after school and continue to work, then I should not feel guilty walking out that door as soon as the kids are on the bus with no bus aid.
Yeah.
Contract hours end at the end of the school
Bus
day.
aid.
Yet we're constantly being asked to stay late for meetings or events or needing the time to plan and grade because blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Essentially, this teacher wants to leave as soon as the bell rings. Don't schedule anything after. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, yeah. As soon as the bell ring, or if your contract's like a half hour after the school, you're done, leave.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a day. I'm not saying a minute pass
What if you
my
came 20
contract
minutes
says.
late? Do you have to make that up?
Nah, that's just a part of the game
Yeah, facts.
at that point. When I'm late, I got my friends and I tell them, hey, what hallways is clear? Which door can I come in? And then,
You didn't have a first period?
no.
Oh, because it's bad.
The first 20 minutes of all my class period, they would do silent reading. So it's like I'm not serving any minutes at that point. I can't help you read as you're reading. You know what I'm saying, to yourself.
The trick to coming in late, don't carry your usual briefcase. You know, if you have like a backpack or a briefcase you always have with yourself, come in late with just holding papers. So it look like you're leaving somewhere.
Or if you
That
come
is,
with a
that,
brush.
that's smart.
Yeah.
They thought, oh, he just went to his car to go grab some papers or something
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
No, you know what I
That's
do?
free-
Walk in,
that's free
wave in the
game right
folder.
there.
Like,
No,
I always
no.
forget this in the trunk.
If you're late, walk in backwards.
All right.
Because if they see the back of your head, subconsciously they're like, you're not coming, you're leaving.
Even though you're coming towards them.
I can't go with you on that one. But I like that. Come in with paper though.
Yeah, you know, that makes sense. Nah, for real. That's how you do it. And then make sure the principal sees you too. You just pop in the office. Hey, did you get the... Yeah, okay, cool.
What
Then
about
you
when
walk
they
back
have
to your
cameras,
room,
though?
Then you'll grab your bag later.
Your school doesn't have cameras?
They ain't checking the cameras unless there was like a fight by your car. You know what I mean? There's no reason to check the camera randomly. You know?
And the fight by the car is this guy and the kid who he told to stand down off the desk.
I used to hate when there's no exit or the entrance is like through the front. There's only one way to come in. Mm-hmm. That's what I hate. But if there's like had like a parking lot, a school with a parking lot that you could come into like a back edge, those are the best. But if you gotta like walk through the front, now you gotta start bribing your school secretary with frappuccinos and stuff like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I just own it. When I was full-time teaching, if I'm late, I'm just like, yeah,
Shoulder shrug.
you're gonna fire me over it.
You're a sub, though. So
No, I'm saying when I was a full-time teacher,
Yeah. How often were you late?
not often. So like,
That's why, yeah, you
you
can
know,
own it.
you late once a month.
We talking about twice a week
Yeah,
stuff
buddy.
over here.
you seem like you was very prompt.
We are not time.
Another way to
people
do
over
it, you want to collect car accidents. You know, anytime I saw a car accident on the road, I would take a picture of it.
Oh, I do that, too.
So I keep a bank.
Yes.
So, oh, man.
And you send a
another
picture.
one.
And you send a picture to your...
Yeah. Like, oh, man, look.
Yeah.
You're the DJ
Yeah.
Khaled of.
This freeway is crazy, man. Look,
Yeah.
look at this, man. Look, different
I
cars and
actually done
everything.
that. I've done that before.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're the DJ Khaled of car accidents.
Click
Another
little-
one.
Yeah, click a
Another
little
one.
video, too,
Yeah.
so make sure it's not a Google image.
I got another story from the esteemed.
Talk to a
By
sleepless.
the way, it's awesome that all 300 million Americans each took the time to write in a story. So we're gonna try to get to all of them. But this one,
No, definitely not.
I have IBS. So some days I need to go more often than others, and every time I do, I dread having to make the phone call down to the office or the walk of shame across the hall to ask a teacher to watch my class. It's awful. I know so many teachers who hold it until their playing period or lunchtime or even at the end of the day. It's not healthy, and some have even peed their pants trying to hold it because there's no one available at the time.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
There should be no shame in going to the bathroom. It's a human function. Go to the bathroom when you need to go to the
Yeah, but
bathroom.
this person goes a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate,
Can't leave
but
the kids, though.
I would just be like, I have IBS. What you want?
I
Come
can't
cover
be-
my class.
Yeah, if you want me, but if I got to cover your class, I need to see a doctor's note.
Got the ibs.
I need the IBS
So
proof.
if this is true, I would just, because having to just call every time and like, dang, she has to go again, I would
you
just,
got to
or
rotate
he-
that act.
I would just talk with the principal or whatever and be like, get your doctor note. I have IBS. Let's put a system in place.
And how often is often? It's like once every class?
Well, certain foods irritate it more than others.
Because we're going to
so,
put a porta potty in your room.
Yes.
The whole
Like-
porta potty is crazy.
A whole porta potty.
Dairy can affect it more than, proteins.
Yeah, IBS is wild.
What you can't just say. You sound like one of my students. And furthermore,
I'm trying to hold this together.
and furthermore,
No, my bladder is whack though. For real. I'm a guy that if I have like a heavy water day, once you break the levee, I just got to pee a lot. I understand what this teacher is going through, and I want to say there's help out there, and I wish her the best.
You guys are wild, man. But let me just say, teachers, this is what
Oh, this is a
goes
good one.
down here at the Teachers Off Duty Podcast, the Board Teacher Comedy Tour Takeover.
What goes down?
Every month, we got new teachers, comedians. They're going to be coming here. They're going to be breaking you off. And this is what you get. So we're never going to give you the same thing anymore.
Is this a commercial?
You're not. Yes, I'm doing a commercial.
My
We got to
man pulled
recenter.
it.
We got to recenter this thing
my
back
man did an
together.
ad read.
We got
those
to
of-
recenter.
For those of you that don't know, this is what you get when you listen to the podcast that you're currently listening to right now.
For those of you don't,
When you listen to the podcast you're
It's
listening
new.
to,
this
you're
what
going to
happens
hear
on
it.
It's new.
podcasts. People be talking, telling stories. It's crazy, man. So yeah, just keep listening.
It's like a recorded radio show.
You can hear verbs,
That's
nouns,
right.
I'm gonna get crazy and throw some adjectives in today.
Don't do that.
adjectives.
A gerund phrase, even.
Man,
All right,
what
so-
you got?
Not enjoying dressing up in costumes. I don't care if it's Halloween, Dr. Seuss Day, Christmas, or any other type of crazy holiday. Holidays do be crazy.
What's
man.
so crazy about Halloween and Christmas?
Yeah, holidays are nuts.
Pretty standard.
I am not a fan of dressing up in costumes as a grown man. All right, look, man.
It's giving toxic masculinity.
It's giving toxic masculinity, man. It's okay to smile and enjoy yourself sometimes. Forget all that jolly stuff, man.
As a grown man, I'm not wearing costumes.
If one more person offered me candy corn, I'm going to lose. But
I want to ask them, as a grown man, are you allowed to smile and have joy?
I think this person needs a hug. You know? Sometimes if you need one and you just got to grab your coworker, you know? Don't do that.
No, you should always get consent before you grab a coworker. Please don't.
Yeah, don't go hugging coworkers unannounced. But this guy could really use one. I'll tell you that much.
I think it's cool that he doesn't have to dress up, but he doesn't need to like hate on it. Like, hey, if people want to dress up and have fun,
yeah,
let them
man.
dress up.
Yeah, you don't gotta, we put all that energy out on your kids because they want to dress up for Halloween and enjoy themselves.
I think it's important to teach kids that it's okay to be silly.
It's okay to be silly. You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
I know a lot of grown
They'll
men.
ask more questions
I know
in
a lot
class,
of grown
I'll tell you
men that wears costumes, and it's not Halloween or Christmas and that.
Uh-huh.
And he's a very good friend of mine.
Oh.
One of my best friends.
Santa Claus.
On the Board Teacher Comedy Tour Network, Mr. Thomas English.
Okay.
What's up, Vinny?
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Keep rocking out them costumes,
Shout
my
out
boy.
to Thomas English.
Proper lad.
That sounds like a good breakfast.
You worked with Vinny before, huh, on tour?
Oh, the Vinster? Me and him
Yeah.
go way back. We go back to the Essex days, cross the pond. Won't be a proper scran. Isn't it?
That's really good. Wow.
That was a pretty terrible accent, to be completely honest with
I
you.
know. I wanted to
It
support
wasn't
you.
horrible.
But I appreciate it.
Nah,
I was trying to support
It
you.
wasn't horrible.
I'm absolutely chuffed to be friends with Mr. Thomas English.
All right.
All right. Shout out
Okay.
to Vinny.
You ever wear costumes to school? Y'all dress up? Halloween, anything like that?
I'll put on like a Santa hat.
Mm.
You know, a lot of costumes don't really fit your boy.
You know, I'm old
Yeah.
school. We had those. I had the mask with the little elastic string.
Oh, Ninja Turtle? You got a Ninja Turtle bow structure.
You got a Ninja Turtle bone structure? Is menacing. You can't see me. In the words of my students, see me personally, I wouldn't let that slide.
That's okay. He was John F. Chinadu for Halloween one day. I don't know.
What is John F. Chinadu?
John F. Chinadu.
I get it.
Chinadu.
Don't worry about it. I get
it. Yeah, catch up with us.
But you wear the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to
No,
school?
what I was saying is you asked if we dressed up before. So
Yeah.
I don't know where my mom got this costume, but my Spider-Man had ears. Like
Shout out Mama K.
It was weird.
Yeah, shout out to Casey Mack. This is
Your
Casey Mack.
your Spider-Man thing had ears?
Yeah, it had point like Spider-Man has a smooth.
It does have. Oh yeah, that's
It had
hilarious.
ears.
Where did she get that from?
What knockoff? What knockoff?
And I never wanted to wear it. I never wanted,
Not spider animal.
I don't know what it was.
So she was ahead of her
Spider
time,
mammal.
bro. She had the
Spider mammal.
Spider-Verse. She had the Spider-Verse
Well,
costume.
humans are mammals too, but
Huh?
I don't know, man.
No, you know Spider-Verse, right? You seen that movie?
Yeah, the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse.
You seen it, right? This is a real question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you know what I'm not talking about.
Spider Animal.
Oh,
animal.
yeah. There's
so
it could have been for the
Spider-Verse.
multiverse.
Exactly. She was ahead of her time, bro.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Is that in the comic books? I don't know. Is that actually in the comic books? Like animals turn into spiders?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So it was a real thing.
That was real. We got Spider-Man at home
Hey,
vibes. She was-
apologize.
Oh, sorry,
to you.
mother.
There you go.
Didn't know that you was ahead of your time.
She was ahead of her time, man. But yeah,
Spider-
man, I would say this guy should relax.
Yeah.
You know, maybe put a little Bailey's in a Starbucks.
That's what I say.
I wouldn't do that as
Yeah,
a
don't do
teacher,
that. Don't do that. But on the weekend,
come on holidays, wear a Santa hat.
I think I loved. Cesar Chavez Day. I used to work at a school that was predominantly Hispanic, and all the parents used to cook so much free food for the school. We had like a little event.
Bring the asada.
So yeah, that was fire. That food, their parents was cooking. You ever had a taco?
Yeah, I had a taco.
For those,
Especially on Tuesdays.
I found out recently that Casey never had Indian food before.
Yeah.
You never had Kung Pao chicken.
Never. Yep.
Yeah, you ever had a
No.
chalupa?
Yes.
Okay.
From Taco Bell.
Okay, word.
Okay, good. Look
That's
at you.
legit. That's
Look at
legit.
you. He a foodie.
Nacho cheese.
All right,
I got a new one.
right.
This comes to us via social media. Thank you to all of us. Thank you to all those that follow the board teachers and Teachers Off Duty podcast. You can DM us with your stories if you want. I work at a school. This is what they said. I work at a school where almost all the other teachers have Pinterest perfect classrooms and carefully crafted. They must be an English teacher. This alliteration, Pinterest perfect, carefully crafted.
I like that.
Carefully crafted lesson plans they spent their entire summer break preparing. I am not criticizing them or berating them for their efforts, but I just don't have that kind of time or energy as a single mom. Nor do I think we're paid enough to put that many extra hours in. I just hate that I get looked at as the lazy teacher who doesn't care just because
You sound lazy.
I don't go overboard.
Nah, I'm joking. Nah.
I stand 10 toes. I never decorated my
You
classroom.
never decorated your classroom,
No,
bro. Not
they came
one?
here to learn. They don't need to see my
What
family.
grade was this?
Seniors.
Yeah, you gotta decorate your classroom seniors, bro.
And again, no hate to the people who do decorate your classroom if that's your skill, but my interior design skills are minimal. Maybe I'll put up, as a history government teacher, maybe I'll put up a poster of every president we've ever had.
You know what? I vibe with this post because, look, life is busy.
Life be life.
Okay, so as long as you got your systems on the board, for me, right? I think you got to have your procedures posted. You got to have rules posted.
Classroom rules.
You'll save a lot of, your voice.
Yeah.
Having to say what the rules are. You could just point at
Point to
them.
'em, yeah.
Like, wait, what's number 3? Have your noise level chart up. I think that's important. As far as decorating your classroom, I think the younger your students are, the more important it is. I think it's also really important sometimes for sped students. You can have a lot of valuable information on the walls that could help them, remind them what a topic census is and all these different things. So I think depending on
Facts.
the population in your classroom, I think the things on your wall can do a lot of the lifting for you daily. And I think it's a valuable tool to get some stuff up there. But
Yeah.
if you're busy, reach out to your department, man. Lean on your other teachers, man. Everybody's willing to help you.
Actually, here's a hack, especially at elementary school. If you want to decorate a classroom but you don't want to decorate, invite the parents.
Yeah.
If you there's so many parents out there that would love to get the opportunity to come into your classroom, see it. Oh, I got all and then they're the ones that. I mean, maybe this works for, teaching different areas. Maybe parents don't have the resources, but if you're teaching an area where the parents have resources, there's plenty of parents who would love to. Oh yeah, I'll spend $15 at Kinko's, whatever. Is Kinko still a thing? I don't even know.
It's also
Party America, and they'll come and decorate the class for you, and then that way they think you're a good teacher because you're involving them, and they're like, wow, they're really including me.
Yeah.
You don't have to decorate your classroom, and then no one's judging you for being a lazy.
real talk.
So that's
and
your
on top
hack.
of that, it's easy to you show your students, like you could put student work up, right?
Yeah.
And if you show them that you actually care about the kind of work that they do in the classroom, you put pride in themselves. They'll put pride in their work. They'll tend to do more work for you. So I like the teachers that kind of take off student work, put new student work up.
Right.
It's a positive way to help your students, to care more about their work production too.
That makes sense. So you got that on this end, and then your hack is invite the parents to come decorate your classroom for you. There you go, teachers. I mean, reach out to your parents and let them come and decorate your classroom for you.
You can get your teacher pets to help.
Yeah, see how that
you can
works
use
out
that
for you.
as a consequence
Yeah.
for some of your students. Like, hey, man, you
What
was
if-
talking
what if-
in class, stay after with me.
What if they bring home
we put up
decorations?
this stuff together? Huh?
What if the parents don't have a lot of resources, so they just bring home decorations from their home to your classroom? Like you have a big wooden spoon and fork.
I don't think he's saying it's mandatory. You know what I mean?
You
He's just
see how I'm going
saying
with it?
he's just inviting them to
Big
pull
real
up.
live, laugh, love vibes.
Have
in
the
the classroom wall.
beads. What if they have those beads? It's an old parent, and they bring them beads. So when you walk into the classroom, it's the.
I like that.
You have beads in your house growing up?
Yeah, I did.
What kind? Like salsa beads?
No, they're, the wooden beads from Africa.
Okay.
I am familiar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
We're
about?
all familiar.
Let me give one.
Here,
Let me
do
give
this one that says Casey.
Okay, I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do this one down here. Saying no to covering classes during my prep time. Prep time, planning period, or whatever you want to call it, is for me to use however I need to use it.
Tell them to put in all cap.
That's right. They put it in all caps too. Me. That could be planning classes for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, catching up on my grading, using the restroom, and finally having
Stop
something
capping.
to
Shopping online,
eat.
yo.
Shopping online.
Nothing wrong with it. Shop online on your
Plan
prep.
period. Yeah, I'll do that on my plan period.
Yeah. They never list that in these comments though.
Yeah.
It's always planning. We shop it online, man.
I'm going on the sneakers app.
Spade a spade,
I'm trying to hit some. I'm trying to hit on some Jordans
Yeah, I
on the
got some
sneakers
things
app.
in my cart.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's
what you have to
planning.
Yeah,
about
I don't
that.
think you shouldn't feel. Look, I mean, be a decent person, like, you know. But every single time, I do know schools. Every single prep period, they're saying, "Oh, you got to go do this." Yeah, every single time. No, every once in a while, cool. All right, part of a community. People need to help me out sometimes. But if they're hitting you up every single time, you're like, "Looks, I know y'all school districts have money to pay substitute teachers. Go get a sub."
Yeah, they used to take advantage of me my first couple years
Go
teaching.
get a sub.
I didn't know no better, and so they was using me to sub for teachers that were absent because I had a more of a flexible schedule. 'Cause I was a resource teacher at that time, and only had like a pull-out classroom for a couple hours of the day outside of like pushing in, and that was exhausting. You know,
What made it so exhausting?
just entering a classroom where it's not your class.
Right.
It's hard to be a substitute teacher.
How did you handle that exhaustion?
No, I can handle it. It's just exhausting to handle it. You don't feel exhausted till like the end of the day, till after.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times too, mentally, right, when you have an idea how your day is gonna go, and then you show up, like, hey, by the way, you'll be subbing 3 periods for, Mr. Thomas's class. I don't know how it is at some schools. I know some schools don't even pay their teachers for when they do sub, but at the schools I taught at,
Are you talking about like the extra time that they're covering the class?
yeah, you should be paid when you give up your prep
You
time. You
definitely
should be paid for that hour.
Definitely.
And then also I know some schools that do pay for that hour, but you have to like really follow up
Right.
to make sure you get that money, and that's annoying as well. If I'm doing you guys a favor and covering this class, I shouldn't have to like be on your ass to make sure I get my money. You know what I mean?
I got a good one here.
Okay.
Writing concise lesson plans. When my principal wants plans, she literally wants 5-page lesson plans. I'm a professional. If I can write my plans in a 5-sentence paragraph, all the better. Like most things,
Right.
it's all a spectrum.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the
Okay.
no gene policy.
Yeah, the reason that's there's the two people that ruin it for the rest of the class sort of vibes. But yeah, like if you are a good teacher, yeah, you just need like a sentence or two.
Thank God.
So, like,
Yeah.
but I think they have those policies in place. So I'm with them on this one. Just principals do too much. They're trying to prove, do you actually know what you're talking about? It's
Right.
like, no, I have my master's degree. I have this many years of experience. I don't need to write 5 pages for a lesson.
So if that was you, how would you handle this situation, Sam?
I look my principal in the eyes and say, my brother, my sister, you're gonna get what you're gonna
He's
get.
like, it's Mr. Johnson.
He's like, it's Dr. Johnson, actually.
Yeah. But continue.
No, I would, for real, I'd have a conversation with the principal and I would ask them. I think too often in life we assume malice. Like we assume people are just trying to make you work for no reason, or there's no method to their madness. So I would ask, what is the reasoning behind this? Because if the reasoning is you just think that's what it takes to write a proper lesson plan, then I'm going to be like, oh, it doesn't, and let's have a conversation. But if you're doing it because, I think sometimes, it's cool to hate on administration when you're a teacher, but sometimes they got people from the district or whatever
Exactly.
also coming
Right,
down their
yeah,
neck,
right.
and so they're actually.
Their
I don't
hands
want
are-
to make you.
their
I don't want to
hands
make
are
you do.
tied.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, I don't want to make you write a 5-page lesson plan either, but I'm getting pressure from all these people, and then parents are doing this, so got to have that conversation.
At that point, do you think it's wise to go over your principal's head to the gatekeeper, so to speak?
You're not going to find that email.
Nah,
Wow.
sometimes you can keep your head down. It's not your job. All right, I'm gonna let them handle it.
Mouthed right through it.
Yeah, I think in the beginning,
What do you think?
when you just start teaching, I think it's important for teachers to kind of, write out a detailed lesson plan
Right.
until like you've done it so much that it's in your body.
And you're saying
what I
when
mean?
they're first starting.
Yeah, when you first started, I think
Now,
it's.
what if they don't have, they're not equipped to do that?
Well, no, I
lesson
think it's
plan?
important for admin to, let's say they are, right? They are equipped to do
gotcha.
that. I mean,
Okay.
all that aside, I think admin, of course, you have to support your teachers. If you're
Definitely.
coaching training, you have to model what exactly the expectation is. You got to have a framework that you could just give them and they could just copy and paste certain things so it's not so tedious. So all those things are taken care of. I think it is essential for earlier teachers to kind of like really make sure they have all those things down until they get it in their body and they can go off and, do that seamlessly without having to think about it so much.
So, Sam, if a group of
pages
educators
a lot,
was
though.
to come
Why
to
is
you,
your voice getting deeper now?
I'm getting real journalistic.
You're honestly coming to me like my parents trying to talk about the birds and the bees. Like, not saying
Yeah, that's his
something.
tender. That's his tender voice.
That's something important to talk. When a man loves a
Yeah.
woman,
So, Sam, what would you tell these educators who are needing advice from you, looking into that camera right there, what would you tell them? Or that camera?
Oh, that camera.
Either one. Just tell us what you would do.
I'm giving educators advice on what?
Whatever they need help with.
If you ain't in teaching for money, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Now, my advice to new teachers. That's what you're asking for.
Yes, you have a group of
My
new
advice to
teachers,
new teachers
asking you questions, leaning on you for your wisdom.
Okay, first off, if a bunch of new teachers are looking to me for wisdom, I'd say find better role models. Find the OGs. And in all seriousness, I would say my biggest lesson that I had to learn is, and you learn over and over again, it's very simple. These kids got problems outside of school. So when a kid's acting up, again, same sort of thing. People aren't doing things just out of malice. Sure, every once in a while you got a kid who's being a jerk just to be a jerk. But at the end of the day, these kids got 6, 7 other classes. They got home life problems. So when kids are acting up, acting some type of way, have grace. Lead with grace.
Be empathetic.
That's
Empathy
amazing.
will take you a long way.
Story is bigger than what you see.
Chinadu, same question for you.
Tell me more. Sultry, man.
Same question. Please answer in your own way.
What, new teachers?
Yes.
Advice for new
Give
teachers?
it to them.
Advice for new teachers?
Yes, give it to them.
Run fast. No, I'm joking. New teachers?
We'll
man.
insert the laugh track on that one.
No. No laugh track. For new teachers, what I would say just take the pressure off of it. Stick to the fundamentals. Know you'll get better with time. Your first year, it can be easy. Some teachers find out they are a natural. It's just in your personality, right? The way you can handle classroom management, etc.
Right.
But that's more often not the story. So I would say just take the pressure off of it. Understand that, it's going to be a growing period. And lean on your veteran teachers.
Honestly, on that note, like the cliche saying, like, comparison is the thief of joy. I see so many students who look at older students so many young teachers looking at older teachers, like comparing, I should be able to do that. Honestly, kind of like in Abbott Elementary, where like the new main character, Janine, is looking at the teacher who's been teaching for 30 years. Like, how come she got her class to calm down right away? Because she's been doing it. Like, you should still have good classroom control, but I think don't like the Pinterest story. Every other teacher has the perfect Pinterest classroom in mind. It's like basic. Great. They're the perfect Pinterest teacher. You're not.
Yeah, that's their culture in the room. You have a different culture in the room. There's things you're bringing to the table, I'm sure, that they can't bring to the table as well.
Yeah, you don't want your school to be like just a monolith of teachers that are all the exact same. Like, the more diverse thoughts, the way classrooms are set up, all that is good for the kids. So I would not compare yourself and be like, they're doing it. Sure. Take inspiration from older teachers. Yeah. See things that, I could incorporate that, but you don't got to do exactly what everyone else is doing.
You definitely don't.
And borrow.
Beg, borrow, steal.
Now, you mentioned Abbott Elementary. Speaking of Abbott Elementary, Chinadu,
whoa. We on strike, man. Don't even do that. I get him, you know what I mean?
We'll talk about your experiences on that set. Because I'm pretty sure our viewers want to know about how that was.
Yeah.
Once the strike's over,
Yeah, we could talk all day. Until then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Next story.
Next story.
Make last one. Is this the last story we got?
We're going to do one more, and then we're going to get up out of here. So, what you got?
I'll do one.
You would like to do it?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, let's take it to Sam. Sam, you?
I'd like Chin to take this one.
Chinadu, you would like to take this one?
I don't want to do it no more.
Fine, I'll do it.
I got you. All right. Being outspoken about what we like to see improve with our job. I like to know why any other professional can talk about what needs to change about their jobs, but the second we do, as teachers, people jump all over the opportunity, call us whiny babysitters who only work 10 months of the year and constantly complain about not getting enough money or respect. First of all, we don't get paid over summer. And second of all, this does not mean that we can't advocate for ourselves, a fair living wage, and most importantly, respect. I want to meet this person, shake their hand.
Hey, man, thanks for all you that wrote in. Appreciate you sharing your stories. This is stuff that feels illegal but shouldn't be. Go to the bathroom when you got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, pee if you got it.
We don't need any UTIs.
Is that, yeah?
That's how that happens, yeah.
I know. IBS. You got IBS?
I had it when I was 5. All right, so that has been another wonderful episode of Teachers Off Duty, Season 4. You want more?
See you next
Board
week.
Teachers Comedy Tour Takeover. I'm gonna show y'all what I was doing. Y'all see how I took that monotone voice because I felt like I had to utilize strategies of classroom management, and I had to bring the situation. I felt like it was getting a little bit out of hand.
You got big fingers.
I felt This has been another episode of Teachers Off Duty Podcast. It's your man, Casey Mack. You can follow me, Casey Mack Funny, on all platforms. Sam, tell the people how they can find you.
Try to find me. I dare you. You know what? I don't even want you to find me on social media. So congratulations to anybody who can find me. I'll be impressed with you.
Yeah, y'all can find me. Give me some music.
Doo-doom, doo-doom.
Chinedu Unaka, or Chinedu if you're born in Nigeria. CHINEDUUNAKA. I'm gonna change my name probably soon, man.
And look here. Please.
Just my YouTube name, maybe just Chin or something. I don't know. Go
And for
ahead.
those of y'all listening, and since you're in the following mood, please make sure you follow all three of us. But
Yeah.
not only just us, make sure you following board teachers on all platforms. Follow them. Most importantly, follow the Teachers Off Duty Podcast on all platforms. And since you're really in the following mood, make sure you follow the link with us on the Supercast, because Supercast is a real cool thing that just got started, where we're opening the doors to behind the scenes and letting our viewers in on some of the moments from the tour.
Pulling back the curtain.
That's right. Pulling the curtain back. Funny stuff that
And
happens
liking
on
what you
tour,
see.
in the green room, all that funny stuff. So make sure you guys follow that on Supercast. And last but not least, since you're following us, follow us on tour. We will be in the month of October.
St.
Definitely-
Louis,
Man,
Missouri.
go ahead, read them. Yeah, read them.
Okay.
Tell the people where we're going to be.
Sarasota, Florida. Fort Pierce, Florida. West Palm, Florida. Wichita, Kansas. Omaha,
Good steaks. Good steaks.
Nebraska. Amen. Casey, Missouri. Man, come
Let's
on,
go
man.
ahead.
I got it,
Let's
bro.
just let Sam do the rest.
I got it. Seals Falls.
See us. Sioux Falls.
Super. Never been there. South Dakota. All right. Englewood, California.
Not Inglewood,
New Jersey. I'm
California.
messing around, man.
Oh,
New Brunswick, New Jersey, New London, Connecticut, Stamford, Connecticut. Hey, man, look, we'll be there, man. Just pull up. Check the website, boardteachers.com. Which camera?
Thank y'all. We'll see y'all
You
next
don't got to
week.
go home, but you got to get the heck out of here. Bye.
Yeah. See ya.